Hey guys, it's Numistacker here and welcome back to another video. This one is also going to be about sovereigns, but it's going to be a little bit different. Every week there's thousands of sovereigns sold throughout the world, but so many of them seem to be sold at the wrong price and in the wrong channels and in the wrong place. And I just want to give you a little bit of advice, a few tips on where to go to sell your sovereigns depending on the kind of coin that you have. For those of you that aren't familiar with sovereigns, it is a coin produced since 1817 and it's just a little bit under 1/4 of an ounce of high quality gold. And the first type of sovereign we're going to talk about is your basic bullion sovereign. So this is a coin which has no real premium for numismatic value, no real collector's interest, but is a basic run-of-the-mill sovereign, the kind that you might have stashed away in the corner, bought a few years ago as an investment. You've seen gold price go up and you're wondering, well, is now a good time to sell? And that's the topic of another video entirely. But assuming you've made the decision to sell it, the question is, where on earth do you go in order to get the best price for that coin? What factors are going to be important? Well, there is one clear overriding factor for these type of coins, and that is dealing costs. You need to absolutely minimize the dealing costs in order to extract the best sale price out of one of these coins. That means that you need to avoid certain places. You need to avoid two places in particular. One of them is your local pawn shop. You will probably get the worst possible price, well below spot price at one of those kind of outlets. You want to avoid premium auctions because generally those kind of auctions charge a 20% or even more buyer's premium on coins, and that means the person who is buying it is factoring in the buyer's premium, and your net price will be a hell of a lot less than the spot price for one of those coins. So with all that said, where do you go to get the best possible price for a bullion sovereign? And hi everyone, Numistacker back here with you. You know me as an NGC authorized dealer. Today I want to tell you about a platform that's shaking things up in collectibles. It is called Whatnot. Think of it as a live auction in your pocket. Sellers go live, showcase their items on camera, and you can bid instantly. It's fast, competitive, and interactive. More like a marketplace with personality than scrolling through endless eBay listings. What makes it fun is the immediacy. You see the item, hear the seller, and maybe ask a question in chat, and boom, you're bidding in real time. It's buying and selling turned into an event. I am giving it a proper test run myself this September with my first Whatnot auction. Just search Numistacker on the app, follow me, and join the stream. You might even snag something for your collection. See you there. The key thing here is to use places which have very low dealing costs, and I'd say there's two places which you could consider. One of them is the specialist bullion dealers like Atkinson's, Hatton Garden Metals, Chards. Those kind of organisations buy in heaps of bullion sovereigns and will give you a price related to the spot price of the coins. The other option is any of the Facebook groups that are trustworthy and have members who buy and sell bullion sovereigns all the time. Take a look online. The link is below at the Numistacker group. That's a pretty good starting point, and there are many others which are equally as good for buying and selling bullion sovereigns. Let's say that you have a number of coins, maybe they're slabbed, maybe they're raw, but they're higher quality or rarer sovereigns. There are hundreds of thousands of sovereigns that are worth more than their bullion price. So always check the dates that you have, always check the mint marks and see whether you've got anything that might be worth over its bullion price. So let's say you've got a moderately wonderful Victoria Shieldback. All Victoria Shieldbacks have a premium. If it's in particularly good condition, it can have an extremely high premium. So those coins might go from £650 up to even 10,000 or even more, depending on the kind of rarity that they are. If you've got one of those coins, where do you go about selling it? So if you've got something which is, say, between 650 and 1200 or 1300 pounds, you can get a very quick sale using one of the Facebook groups. There are 2 or 3 specialist groups dealing with gold sovereigns, or the Numistacker group. Just look them up, join them, and you'll be able to make a sale there. But you will possibly need somebody to vouch for you, and you'll need some kind of sales history in order to be trusted on one of those groups. If you want to do something a little bit more anonymously, then your best bet is one of the specialist British auction houses, such as St James's or Baldwin's or Sovereign Rarities. And you can also consider the auction houses that I do quite a lot of work with myself. One of those is the Coinery, another one is Spink, or you could have them sold through an American auction house like Heritage. The higher the value of the coin, the more important it is to attract a worldwide audience, because there are fewer people obviously around who can buy those kind of coins and who are going to give you a good price for it, and you want to have as much competition as you possibly can. Once you get over around about 4,000, say the range 4,000 to 50,000, most of those coins are far better being sold at auction to make sure you're getting the right price. It's quite possible for you to look up auction comparatives for all the big auction houses. So if you are thinking about selling one of these coins privately, then you will be able to see exactly what those coins went for, exclusive of buyer's premium, by choosing one of those comparative sites. And in doing so, you can know whether the offer that you're being given by one of the dealers is going to be okay for you to accept. But my advice to you would be that, particularly in an upward swinging market or a hot market, or if you've got a coin which is very rare, then it's far better to have several people bidding for it than to take an offer from one of the dealers. Although the dealer offer will give you cash very quickly for the coin, it may not be the best price that you will get for the coin in a competitive marketplace.